All right, check it out, check it out, check it out. We are live, live, live. But before we get into the intro, we have a special announcement after this week's bad news. A healing voice who's been a constant healing voice for us in America with such a beautiful cherubic face, an angelic face to make us smile when we're crying, to make us laugh when we're sad. This beautiful face has an announcement after this week's bad news. Look, if Sleepy Joe wasn't flying the plane, if he didn't fall asleep behind the wheel, the plane would be flying still. He's the worst pilot this country's ever had and the worst president. Thanks for that reassuring, hopeful message. You know what it is. Yes. It is live, all the way live. Saturday, February 1st. First day of Black History Month, the shortest month. We got a lot of good stuff tonight. We've got special guest music, Metallica. We'll crawl through their music from Kill 'Em All to the latest. Of course, we're talking Trump, tariffs, slapping Mexicans with tariffs. Very new important feature we added here. A deported counter. We need to make sure we know how many are deported every second, every hour. We got a stand-up comedy special coming up with two special guest comedians coming up in the comedy world. It's all the way live. You know this. There is no other way to go except for. We're also going to introduce a nice little meditation section as well, too, midway through the session. Because it's all the way, there's only one way. B-L-I-V-E. It's all the way live. It's all the way live. It's all the way live. L-I-V-E. If you want to listen. Like we do. When the people get together, they don't care about the weather. We're proud to say, welcome to the party. And welcome to every Saturday night weekend wind down, where we go through all the top news in the world. We go through the Journal, we go through the Financial Times, because it's all the way about me. We got about 419 deported. They die. Doing moves that drive the fellas crazy. When the music's quite together, and you know that it's the better. To even get a seat, you gotta be as early. 20 minutes. 20 minutes is late. 20 minutes early is too late. Got the track list. We got the track list up of our special guest music guest, Metallica. Any other way to be live? Ain't no other way. Yes. is live. Weekend wind down every Saturday. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get started with the Financial Times weekend. Let's see what happened here. All right, let's get started with the top news. Trump. Europe bosses line up for Trump. The U.S. pushes ahead with tariffs. Damn it. You know, listen up, Macron. Listen up, Macron. Trump's coming to town.
Listen up, you son of a bitch!
He's coming for you. He's coming for you, Canada.
Listen up, you son of a bitch!
Tariffs, baby. Mexico.
Listen up, you...
Yeah, you better listen up. You better listen up. He's coming from you. China.
Listen up, you son of a bitch!
You're next. Trump. Beijing bunker. Look at this. Beijing bunker. China digs out a vast war room. Look at this. Satellite image obtained by the Financial Times shows construction of a huge complex near Beijing that U.S. intelligence believes will serve as a Chinese military command center. Chinese military command center. Stargate and Star Wars will be filmed here. 1,500 acre site, 30 kilometers southwest of Beijing. Features deep holes that military experts believe will house reinforced bunkers designed to protect leaders during any conflict, including potentially a nuclear war. Development underway is also full of millions of frozen dumplings. The People's Liberation Army develops new weapons and projects ahead of the force's centenary in 2027. Star Wars, Tariff Wars, Star Wars. Oh, here's how woke went wrong. We know how woke went wrong. Looking at my what? This is just the front page here. Some starting points. Look, freeze on foreign aid puts faith in America to the test. That's it. He's gonna kick your ass out. You don't pay the rent, you're out of the street. U.S. and China, this could go bad. Wow, that's beautiful. Doge's D must be digital. Ooh. Tony Dominguez Rescue Act. Ooh, Life and Arts. And also in the Life and Arts section, again, where woke went wrong. But Japan opens up strategic rice reserve as surging prices stoke shortage fears. Is that a joke? Let's see what we got. Canada fires back, eh? Canada's so nice. They probably just fired back and say, here, take that. Take that, eh? Let's have a beer. Ottawa tells Washington it would have to buy oil from Venezuela in a trade war, and they'd have to play them in hockey. Oh, that'd be easy. Easy win. German opposition leaders' migrant bill fails despite backing a far right. But what about Elon Musk? Maybe he wants. Maybe his tweeting isn't working that much in Germany. So Germany's opposition leader, Friedrich Merz, failed to push through a migration bill backed by the far right, capping a bruising week for the frontrunner to become chancellor in elections next month. Merz, the leader of the Christian Democrats, had sought to tighten immigration rules with the support of the Alternative for Germany, AfD party. You know, the party that Elon Musk thinks is cool. He talks about on X. Nobody even knows. Nobody cares about those parties. Hamas frees hostages and ceasefire deal is release of Palestinians. A stampede at the world's largest religious festival in India kills 30 people. Wow. That's horrible, man. You go to a religious festival and that's what happens? Yikes. South Africa warns Rwanda-backed M23. M23 rebels. Star Wars M23 rebels after peacekeepers killed. Oh, another war in Africa nobody cares about. Yeah, whatever. We don't care. We want to talk about Trump. Let's get to the good stuff. Let's see that handsome face. China builds huge military compound post. Construction project in Beijing expected to be wartime center, 10 times bigger than Pentagon. Trump's 90-day freeze of foreign aid stirs funding crisis around the world. Oh, we turned off the taps. Probably, I'd like to know where all this money's going. Before we turn back on the faucet, where's it going? How many crooks is it going to? I want the audit. 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 Tariffs. Tariffs. The stop work order reveals the reach of U.S. assistance and soft power tools disparaged by President. Wow. The White House crackdown at the border leaves migrants stuck in Mexico. What's the count? What are we up to now with the deportations? 654, not fast enough. Get them out. Get them at the border. Get them stuck in Mexico. ECB will fail to tame inflation, consumers fear. Lagarde has indicated that further rate cuts are likely without committing to the pace, size, and timing. Uh-oh, let's see, place is in trouble. Trump's got their backs against the wall. Americans are not going to go there and spend their money like my cousins. They go and they spend their money. Big all-American guys, they spend their money in communist countries. They send it to communist crooks. You know who you are. Indonesia queries Paris Accord as U.S. quits. Indonesia. Let's see, do they pollute a lot or a little? I bet they big polluters. Oh yeah, look at this. Indonesia, the world's largest emitters of greenhouse gases, is cast doubt on the usefulness of the Paris Agreement. Yeah, because you want to emit greenhouse gases. That was easy. Wow. Wow, that was easy. Milei has eye for bigger goal in football test case. Who cares, Argentina? Come back to us when you're a big country. Australian politicians all for voters. Choice between anti-woke and industrial policies. The Liberals want every taxpayer to pick up the bill for long business lunches. Anthony Albanese, oh, we have a long pasta lunch over there. Australian politicians have hit the campaign trail in recent weeks with starkly different visions for the country's future. A revival of its industrial base and green subsidies against an anti-woke crusade and tax breaks on business lunches. Wow, okay. Revolution. But looking at my Gucci, it's about that time. Let's hear some music. This is a collection of some really good stuff from a really great band. You heard of them? Maybe Metallica? Are you kidding? The best band ever. Deportation count 725 and counting. This is from their first major released album, Kill 'Em All. This one is called Jump in the Fire. know what to do. Yes, Metallica. Metallica, 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 metal rockers, rocking your town, your city, your country this summer. That was great. That was, I love that. I love that album. I know. I actually know where I remember where I got that CD from. I got that compact disc from Caldor. Who remembers Caldor? Send me a message. Call in. Who remembers Caldor? Pretty good music section. All right, here we go. Let's continue on the Financial Times with the main edition. We got the idea. We got the global view from the Aussies. So the Aussies are going to anti-woke. Milei's doing like whatever, small country. Russia, Indonesia. The release of DeepSeek's new model. DeepSeek shocked investors and has shaken assumptions about which country has the upper hand in developing the technology that will dominate the 21st century. Let's go in for a deeper dive. Let's go in for a deeper dive. Okay. So here's the basic. DeepSeek's artificial intelligence thing that the other like nerdy guys are doing here in America, but this is like a Chinese nerd who's doing it. So this Chinese nerd can do this AI thing faster and cheaper and use less power. It's actually we love the opposite in America. We love slower, more expensive, and more power, more oil and gas to be used. We prefer that actually. This is terrible news. This is terrible news. On Monday, the world watched $1 trillion was wiped off the stock market. In a single day, the worst thing that can happen in our universe. A huge bonfire kindled by the little-known Chinese AI startup, DeepSeek. Its release of a new AI model known as R1 upended assumptions about U.S. supremacy in the AI and raised the prospect that some in China are learning how to beat Silicon Valley at its own game. Could this be a reason why all those nerds are trying to get into the White House? Dun dun dun. I don't know. Let's see. Let's keep reading. The model can reason to solve complex scientific problems and performs at par with leading edge software from US tech giants, but was apparently developed at the fraction of the price of those models. So look at this. The model can try to, so there's at its most basic, the current language models, you train them. At one step, it goes to the next step to kind of like check it or reason to solve it, goes back. But I think at its most basic, the Chinese the Chinese technology keeps it all at this first step, keeps that reasoning, that check it. So it's like it's checking itself before it goes to the next step. Whoa, crazy. That's loco, bro. It quickly dislodged OpenAI's ChatGPT as the most downloaded free app on the US iOS App Store. Aw, but I like my suitcase. I love my ChatGPT. I want like my suitcase. I like my ChatGPT. Alongside the geopolitical challenge, DeepSeek's breakthrough has dual implications for the tech industry. First, it is likely to accelerate the commercial development and uptake of AI, much as ChatGPT did in 2020. At the same time, it threatens to demolish investment assumptions that have underpinned the entire US stock market by seeming to show that developing advanced AI models does not require vast amounts of infrastructure and thus capital. Das Kapital. The question being asked with sudden urgency from California to Wall Street. Has China caught up in AI at just a moment that many working in the field claim they're on the brink of a historic breakthrough that will put machines on a par with human level intelligence? A threshold known as artificial general intelligence. DeepSeek's algorithmic innovations remind us that China and the US are neck and neck. It's a two-horse race, that our technological edge isn't guaranteed. China pulls ahead, but US is bobbing heads. US is pulling ahead, pushing our industry to make AI more efficient. Oh, it's a photo finish. USA, USA, money's on USA 1, China 2, USA, USA. To get to AGI first, we'll need to continue to invest in talent, support a vibrant open source ecosystem, and ensure we out innovate, not just outspend our competitors. DeepSeek's breakthrough has turned on its apparent success. DeepSeek's breakthrough turned on its apparent success at training advanced AI models without spending the hundreds of millions of dollars its US rivals have. Are you kidding me? They're doing the same thing at $100 million less? Sell, 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 sell. He claimed that the final training step for R1 cost only $5.6 million. The figure, however, doesn't include many other costs involved in developing its models, including computing infrastructure, and previous training runs, making it hard to draw precise comparisons. Okay, it's at apples to apples, but pretty significant claim here. Ironically, Washington's attempt to hamper China's AI sector by imposing export controls on high-end US chips for 2022, Biden, Sleepy Joe, may have contributed to DeepSeek's breakthrough. What? Are you kidding me? Without access to leading-edge silicon, the company was forced to find innovative ways to squeeze higher performance out of the less sophisticated chips he was able to buy. Oh my God. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't with these Chinese. They're cheaters. They're cheaters. Trump? They're cheaters. Trump, get in there.
Listen up, you son of a bitch! Listen up,
Listen up, Xi.
bitch!
Wow, the company's claims about the low cost and advanced capabilities of its models have touched off a heated debate about how disruptive the company will turn out to be. Silicon Valley's leaders have paid tribute to its innovations, while also playing down their significance. All hail DeepSeek. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman called the R1 model impressive, while Mark Zucker, chief executive of Meta, credited the company with making advances that we will hope to implement in our systems. Yet Zucker also cast DeepSeek's breakthrough as just one among many in a field that is moving at breakneck speed, making it hard to tell how deep and low cost would change the dynamics of the industry. According to some China tech watchers, DeepSeek's advances aren't significant enough to change the fact that the country's AI companies have been fast followers, largely devoted to emulating the US counterparts rather than setting the direction themselves. I don't know, where's the cost here? I don't know. Maybe they should just set on stage. Maybe they don't need to be first movers. Maybe they could just hang around, wait for the technology, wait for the Americans to put it all in, wait for the Americans to put it all in, and then just take it. Makes them smart.
Trump?
That makes them smart.
Trump.
Makes them smart. Makes the Chinese smart. They're so smart. DeepSeek's work falls into that category. Okay. What would really turn the tables in U.S.-China competition is if they built something that actually pushed the frontier. We'll see if they can get there. Yeah, they did it with TikTok, so don't be a hater. Look, all of our brains are warped on TikTok, so they did something. One win. Yet others say that the fact that a Chinese startup has been behind the latest head-turning advance represents a watershed moment, changing the dynamic in the AI race between the two countries. DeepSeek's latest models up ahead may not mean that China is pulling ahead of the US in the AI race. It's neck and neck, but it does prove that the Chinese companies are making remarkable strides. Oh, they're at the top of the stretch, and software innovations that mitigate the constraints imposed by US export controls. It's a two-horse race. The race for AI leadership is no longer just about who has access to the best chips. It's about who has the best ass. Or who puts them to the best use. While the significance of DeepSeek's technical breakthroughs is a matter of debate, there is no mistaking the shockwave that passed through the stock market as investors digested the implications. So many rich guys got less rich. DeepSeek's models appear to undermine the argument that US AI companies have made vociferously over the past year, that AI advances require vast amounts of capital to develop and deploy their technology at scale. Meanwhile, the Chinese are just letting that happen and they're just stealing it. Trump makes them smart. Trump. There you go. China makes them smart. Trump. Let the other guy spend the money. We'll just steal it. There was a sense of American exceptional USA, that only America had this technology and only Americans had the money. We got the money, we got the tits, we got the ass, we got everything. The commoditization of these models is happening much faster than we thought. Many in Silicon Valley argue others in the industry will quickly copy DeepSeek innovations, bringing down the cost of training AI models across the board. Yeah, you better get to it. The pressure's on. The pressure's on. The pressure's on you big American tough guy companies. You guys all looking for efficiency. Let's see what you got now. The pressure's on. In a sign of the company's confidence in its status, DeepSeek has published its research and released its models in open weights form, a more limited version of open source software that allows anyone to download, use, and modify the technology. DeepSeek seems to be more liberal and free with technology than the US. Oh my God. Where are we going? Where are we going, USA? The move will attract a wide international following among software developers looking for open models to build applications on. Most models developed by Silicon Valley's leading AI companies remain closed. What? Silicon Valley's AI companies remain closed? The Chinese are opening it up? Oh my God. What would Reagan think? Trump? What does Trump think? What does Kamala think? What does Kamala think? Wow, but look at this. DeepSeek's model is accessible at a far lower cost. Oh my God. The Chinese company says it charges only 1.4 cents for each 1 million tokens it generates, roughly equivalent to 700,000 words. By contrast, Meta charges 280 for the same output. Are you kidding me? Who wants to pay more? Who wants to pay more except for Dada and Daya? They love to pay more. They're the only two people I know that love to pay more. They want to pay more. It makes them smart to pay more. They love it. They love it. They love paying more. And my brother too. He doesn't care. He loves to pay more. As long as it's not going into Hunter's pocket, that son of a bitch.
Listen up, you son of a bitch!
Beyond DeepSeek's impact on the market for AI products, its breakthrough also promised to have geopolitical repercussions, coming at what many believe is a pivotal moment in the competition between the US and China for AI supremacy. The emergence of DeepSeek is likely to hang over talks when the diplomatic group convenes within the next 90 days to discuss a multilateral but common safety structure for AI software. Doesn't mean everyone have the same laws or rules, but building the architecture by which these machines grow up understanding human values and comport with societal choices everywhere in the world, I think is an urgent task. To summarize, Chinese are making shit much cheaper than the US. Marianne Faithfull passed away obituary. Musk's mission to Mars. Musk's mission to Mars. AI Mars. Landing astronauts on the red planet may no longer be a wildly distant dream. Yeah, everything's okay in America then if we're going to Mars. If you fixed everything on Earth, it's fine. How undercounting immigration skews narratives. Yeah, but here's how properly counting deportations. We're at like 1,355 so far. So here we go to the opinion piece. Opinion from Christine Lagarde, Ursula von der Leyen. Opinion piece from both of them that we can no longer squander our strengths with self-imposed handicaps. It's going to be it's a real deep cultural change. You got multiple countries. You have the same direction. Mm-hmm. You have the same work ethos. Do you have the same institutions? You have entrepreneurial culture. Easy to talk, but it's something deep there. You got like thousands of years of control, of opportunity, of capital, of land, of influence. In America, yeah, it's like a few hundred years, but you can still kind of break. You can still break out of that and do your own thing. It's tough to break whatever that general feeling I feel for Europe is, but what do I know? Hedge fund quant turned startup leader rolls from rural China to overturn a U.S. monopoly. DeepSeek founder, DeepSeek, Yang Wenfeng. He thinks and acts like an engineer. While we're managing people or funds, he's coding every day. Great. The U.S. state badly needs a digital makeover. Yeah, I'm totally cool with this. So this author is arguing that, you know, if Elon Musk can bring his know-how, he can transform, you know, uh, government websites. He can make bus drivers smile at you more. Yeah, totally. He's gonna fix everything. Companies and markets. Ex Trafigura, operating chief sentenced for Angola by bribery. Oh God, God, a lot of stuff going on there. Wow, so these guys are these like commodity traders, global commodity traders, which did actually excellent in the last couple of years. But buy. Putin approves sale of Goldman's Russian unit. They're still there. Somebody, so let's see what's going on. Somebody investigate that. What the hell is Goldman Sachs still doing in Russia? You got all these years, you got everybody pounding our brains with Russia, and Goldman is still there? DeepSeek, do a deep dive. DeepSeek shock will not derail Wall Street's AI-powered rally. Well, look, some of these power producers took a hit. The DeepSeek spark sell-off in semiconductor and energy companies. So these independent power producers, Constellation Energy, that just got involved with Calpine. So they acquired Calpine. So Constellation does nuclear, Calpine does natural gas. What have we got here? Micron or the semiconductors, same like NVIDIA. Renova's on the energy side. Wow, but Intel was up. NVIDIA tumbles. NVIDIA tumbles on DeepSeek threat. NVIDIA boss to meet Trump as anxiety rises over AI. Anglo-Catalan becomes Spain's key corporate fixer. Who's this guy? Mark Murtra, Telefonica. Hey, spotlight on okay, this is a Spanish company. OpenAI, so there's a week in review in business. Let's see what we got here. OpenAI hits back. Yeah, okay. Deutsche Bank pledged to consider ditching weaker businesses, as the German bank reported. HSBC just did something similar. City's been trying to do it. I got to clean up those big bank messes. Ida Leo, global head of Citibank's private banking arm, and one of its highest-ranking female executives. Wait. Don't be too woke now. That she was leaving the U.S. bank in a potential blow to Chief Executive Jane Fraser's plan. Yeah. So let's see. Deutsche Bank, they've got issues. They want to clean up They want to clean up some of their businesses. Citigroup's having a go at it. JP Morgan gets bigger and bigger, and the building gets taller and taller on Madison Avenue. Mark Zucker is looking to buy a property and actually move into the White House. He's going to sleep in the same bed with Melania and Donald. Starbucks introduced new policies. Yeah, like homeless people can't just go and shit in the store. I mean, not even in the bathroom, just like shit right in the middle of the floor. HSBC to shut key parts of investment banking. Yep. So you got Deutsche shaking up. You got Citigroup, HSBC. Poor little rich guys. Microsoft shed $200 billion in market value. Tesla sued the EU over tariffs. His friend Donald Trump loves tariffs, but Tesla doesn't like them, so he sues the EU. London-listed drinks company Diageo considering the sale of the entire Guinness brand. No, they're denying reports. Are you kidding me? A test aircraft built by U.S. startup Boom broke the sound barrier, potentially paving the way for the return of supersonic commercial travel more than 20 years since Concorde's final flight. KPMG's UK partners enjoyed the biggest payday last year. UK-based Barclays tightened its working from home rules. Oh, they tightened the screws. Look at that. Oh, it's not bad. 3 days a week. Santander's UK chair William Zucker resigned. Oh, wow. A lot of changes going in the banking world there. Deutsche Bank's year-on-year drop in profits for the fourth quarter is 92%. What the heck? What the heck? Warner Brothers strikes $1 billion deal for a back catalog of film and TV music. Okay. Ooh la la, Shakira, Ari Emanuel's WME locked in legal dispute to retain stars such as Shakira after Russian-born tycoon challenges rights. Okay, ooh. Look at that. German radar maker to hire ex-auto workers. Oh, that's nice. Orsted replaces the chief amid the sinking share price. Orsted shareholders, you don't. I'm assuming you don't like Trump. Your business is win, baby. And he wants to win. Activist short sellers call it quits after stocks boom. These guys think they're smart. They're betting against the market, probably. Yeah, they ain't doing nothing. Gold price climbs to record high. The UK watchdog to ease reporting and cut red tape. Yep, so Al Hedry, yep, HSBC, they got to make some changes. Changes. JP Morgan trading boss exits for hedge funds, Rokos, and latest defection from big U.S. banks. Big U.S. banks, they're changing, evolving. Trump's return is making European stocks great again. Apple and Meta battle for thumbs and eyes and dicks and asses. Oh, okay, there we go. Life and art section. All right. It is 8 p.m. The number of deported actually went down. So we had to restart the counter. We had to restart this counter here. Okay, so we're back to 200. So we were up to about like 1,300 before. So let's round the number up. So 2,000 deported so far. All right. Let's that was a lot of news. Let's introduce a new segment. It's what I think we all need after we had a crazy year last year. We had a very crazy year last year. We are having a very crazy week. I think we all just need a moment to we just need a moment to just chill out. Hear some relaxing music. It's a new segment. It's a new segment called Kamala Meditation. Calming with Kamala. It's called Calming with Kamala.
You think you just You think you just fell out of a coconut?
Is that what you think?
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? Is that what you think? Is that what you think life is?
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
You think you just fell out of an AI tree? A DeepSeek tree? A Chat GPT tree? Is that what you just think you fell out of?
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
No, no. You think you just fell out of a large language learning model?
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
No.
You think in the context of all in which you live and what came.
All that came before you. Not a... You just didn't fall out of a... You just didn't fall out of a coconut tree. Isn't that right, Kamala?
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
No.
You think.
You think, is that what you think? You think you just fell out of a large language model? You think you just fell out of a DeepSeek?
You think.
No.
You think in the context of all in which you live and what came before you. You think in the context. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
You think in the context of all in which you live and what came before you.
That's true.
You think in the context.
You exist, not in a large language model.
Of all in which you think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
You think it's that easy? You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
You think in the context of all in which you live and what came before you.
Wow. Take a nice deep breath through the nose. Sigh it out. It's inhale through the nose. For a count of 2, hold it for just a moment. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. That was a calming Kamala moment. Here's something from the mid-90s, moving on to the next album. Load. This is the house that Jack built. The house that Kamala built.
Open doors so I walk inside. Close my eyes, find my place to hide. And I shake as I take it in. Let the show begin. Just to have them close once again. Don't want control. Hey, it takes me down and down and down. This afternoon, or just the lights that lights this dead end street. Is that you there? Or just another demon that I meet? The higher you are, the farther you fall. The longer the walk, the farther you crawl. My body, my temple, this temple it tells. Step into the house and Jack built. The higher you are, the farther you fall. The longer the walk, the farther you crawl. My body, my temple, this temple it tells. This is the house that Jack built. Yeah. Open door, it's not walking inside. Follow me to the beats and I shake as I take this city around. Let the show The higher you are, the farther you fall. The longer the walk, the farther you crawl. My body, my temple, this temple it tells. This is the house in Jack built. The higher you are, the farther you fall. The longer the walk, the farther you crawl. My body, my temple, this temple it tells. It's I am. Open my eyes. It swallows me. It stops me there. I twist
I love that record. There's some great cuts on that Load album. They are so good. They are so good. All right, let's keep this thing rolling. Let's keep this rolling, toining, rolling, boining. All right, we got a great couple of stand-up comedians try to make it into the business. You may be familiar with them, but I just don't know if you're familiar with this part of their repertoire. All their great skills, their great personalities that they have. I didn't know you were aware of this. You know their big commercial, their entrepreneurial successes. You know all of that good stuff. You know their commercial, entrepreneurial, their humanitarian. They're just amazing, overall amazingness that you may know, but you don't. But maybe what you don't know is that they're aspiring to be the next big acts and stand up. So so put so get us a nice comfortable seat. Get a nice comfortable seat, and just give us a second while we bring our first guest out. Let's bring our first guest out. You may know him from his greatest hits, uh, his comedy albums, his entrepreneurial endeavors, and his most recent work in the government. This man needs no introduction. This man needs no introduction. I think we all know him by now. But again, I don't think we knew that this guy is just really so amazing. He is a up and coming. He is an up and coming new comedian. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, with the beats, the intro beats to our stand-up comedian. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, or you know the guy. It's me, Elon Musk. Thank you, thank you, thank you all, thank you. I just got a couple of jokes and I got to go back to work. Saving Americans money and deporting people. Thank you, Chris. You got a great deportation counter. We're up to like 658 right now. I could probably fix it with some computer coding. I can fix it with some computer code. I can fix your problem there because your your deportation counter actually reset. Now it's at like 667 and counting. I guess that's how Sleepy Joe counted. Am I right? So you know that Donnie Boy, he just slapped tariffs on those Mexicans. Remember Taco Bell? Their motto was "Live Moss." Ready for it? I guess they're gonna have to pay Moss now. I kid the Mexicans. But what about DEI? I guess after this week, they should call it DAI. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. We go to the next guest. All right. Thank you, Elon Musk. Amazing guy doing everything for the world and even now is even trying to get into stand-up comedy. Amazing. What an amazing guy. He does it all, ladies and gentlemen. He is amazing. He's amazing, but maybe he's got some competition. He has got some competition in the computer world, and he's got competition in the stand-up comedy world. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for another very successful man who's really into manly energy lately. You may know him from the company that stole your information or let some company steal your information and that completely got forgotten about. Mark Zucker. Hey, thanks. Thanks for having me, Chris. It's a tough act to follow, that Elon Musk. He's really a hard act to follow. Especially because he's working in Texas too, because Tesla's based in Texas, and we're going to go reincorporate there. So did you hear the one about we're moving incorporation status to Texas from Delaware? Yeah, Delaware agreed, but only if they said only if you would take Biden with you. Am I right? Hear what Mexico and Canada did about tariffs? Yeah, they didn't like it. Huh? They didn't hit the button. And Trump also announced that blackface is now accepted during Black History Month. Yeah, and it's actually a policy we distributed to Facebook, and we're actually changing the name for the whole month to from Facebook to Face Black. Huh? Wow, that's amazing. Wow, this guy can really do it all. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow, thank you for that. This guy really does really amazing stuff. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you, Mark Zucker Schmucker. You are amazing in everything that you do. You're fantastic. You are funny. Handsome. You got cool hair. Man, you do it all. You are really something. You really got it going. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's go to the journal. Let's go to the Wall Street Journal. Yeah, I got the paper version. Let's go to business and finance. Meta is discussing, as a stand-up comedian Mark Zucker Schmucker announced, they're going to move their incorporation to Texas from Delaware. Joseph Schuster, co-creator of Superman, is suing Discovery and DC Comics. The estate of Joseph Schuster. Orsted, oh gosh, to be in wind power is very difficult right now. Offshore wind, I mean onshore maybe has a chance, but a better chance. It should. I think they both should. I hate the word ban. It's like, just let the market do its thing. Why do you want to ban anything, right? Why don't you put a stop on anything? That's Trump. Big business people, you big smart guys, what do you want to ban anything? Just let it be. Even if it's not a sustainable business model, die on its own. Novartis forecasts further profit and sales growth. Okay. Walgreens will suspend its quarterly dividend. Oh, stock crashed. Annual profits of ExxonMobil and Chevron fell in 2024. And anemic natural gas prices and narrowed refining margins took a toll. Oh, what? What? Are we going to drill for cheap natural gas? Oh, Trump, come on, don't tell me that's your strategy. Trump. I don't think the natural gas guys and these oil and natural gas companies want to keep drilling for cheap stuff. Come on. You gotta ban something there. Financial markets finished a bumpy month broadly higher. USA, worldwide. The US will impose tariffs. Yeah, baby. On computer chips, on potato chips, on chips, on chocolate chips, pharmaceutical, steel, aluminum, copper, oil, gas, pizza, beer, all the good stuff. Robert Kennedy. We forgot about Robert Kennedy. Maybe he's going to put imports maybe on cigarettes. His voice sounds like that. Look at this. Trump. Look at Trump. Trump officials ordered 8 senior FBI employees to resign or to be fired and asked for a list of people who worked on the January 6 cases. Wow, that's so sweet. Wow, going after political enemies. Listen up, you son of a bitch! Whoa, listen up, you son of a bitches. He's coming for you. Get ready for the show, baby. Universities are suspending research projects, canceling beer pong tournaments, getting past blackout drunk. They're stopping all of that stuff because Trump is banning DEI across the U.S. government. Israel is accusing Iran of something else. Hamas is something else, doing something else. A U.S. envoy visited Venezuela, discussed deportations, released the tapes. We want to know what was part of that deal. If this administration is one of transparency, I want to read every tape. I want to read every minute of that great conversation they had with Maduro. Played Trump the first time, played Biden, now he's playing Trump again. Maduro, mas duro. Look at Trump facing two crises. He spreads the blame around. Look, Trump blames Sleepy Joe for falling asleep behind the wheel. And then what is this? Look, the budget office. Look, a memo written by an acting director caused a widespread panic and might have inadvertently led to the Medicaid system to freeze. Trump. You mean Grandma and Grandpa's Medicaid? Trump? Something could go wrong. Look at Trump, he's right about everything. Officials target the agents. Yeah, go after them. FCE seeks a transcript of Harris's 60 Minutes. Yeah, I want the transcripts. I want the transcript of every Trump, everybody who's involved with Trump. I want a transcript of every conversation they're having. Big tough guys in transparency. Let's see what you got. Release the hounds. Release the tapes. Yeah, U.S. envoy tries to broker migrant deal with Venezuela. You think you're gonna fool Maduro? The guy's playing American presidents like whatever they play, like Venezuela base. They play baseball in Venezuela, where the left studies the right. At Tufts University, an elite Boston area university, a professor teaches a class in 20th century conservatism. The dumbest trade war in history. The dumbest trade war in history. From the editorial board of the Wall Street Journal, which is pretty fair most of the time, except when they want to be for Trump. But they're actually pretty fair and objective. Let's see what they say here. Okay, let's see what we got here. Look at Trump. It looks like he's a bully picking on our friends. What a jerk. So Mexico and Canada, they'll get hit with a 25% border tax because we love to pay more. The guys I know here, Dada and Daya, they love to pay more. So good news for them. While China, a real adversary, will only endure 10%. Oh, China's Trump is soft on China? What? He's so tough, but he talks so tough. So this reminds us of the old Bernard Lewis joke that it's risky to be America's enemy, but it can be fatal to be its friend. Yeah, totally. Or its neighbor. Leaving China aside, Mr. Trump's justification for this economic assault on the neighbors makes no sense. So White House Press Secretary Caroline Levitt says they've enabled illegal drugs to pour into America. What? What? Tariffs on everyday products because illegal drugs are coming over the border? What drugs? The legal fucking cannabis shops that are in every corner? Meth that's being cooked by that guy that's on that series, that was on that series, Breaking Bad? The Breaking Bad guy that's building that shit wherever that show took place? What drugs? What? What that's like this that is like the stupidest excuse, and it's like nobody with a voice challenges that and says, are you tripping? Drugs may be an excuse. Well, hello, of course they are. Who doesn't want drugs? Just look at every street corner here in New York. There's a fucking weed thing on every block. It looks like everybody wants. What do you want to stop him for, Trump? We don't need the products that they have. Mr. Trump said on Thursday, we have all the oil they need. We have all the trees you need. A lot of beautiful trees, meaning the lumber. Lots of trees, meaning lots of lumber. Mr. Trump sometimes sounds as if the U.S. shouldn't import anything at all, that America can be a perfectly closed economy, making everything at home. Yeah, that's right, because he's a landlord. What does that guy know? It's just to collect the rent and find some cheap shit and just talk shit. The hell does he know? This is called autarky. And this isn't the world we live in, or one that we should want to live in, as Mr. Trump may soon find out. Take the US auto industry, which is really a North American industry because supply chains in the three countries are highly integrated. In 2024, Canada supplied almost 13% of US imports of auto parts, and Mexico 42%. Industry experts say a vehicle made on the continent goes back and forth across borders a half a dozen times or more as companies source components and add value in the most cost effective ways, and everyone benefits. The Office of the U.S. Trade Representative says that in 2023, the industry added more than 809 billion to the U.S. economy. How much is it going to make? What's the difference now? After Trump's policy, let's see if it's 809 billion there, 809 billion, or about 11.2% of total U.S. manufacturing output, supporting 9.7 million direct and indirect U.S. jobs. In 2022, the U.S. exported 75 billion in vehicles and parts to Canada and Mexico. That number jumped 14% in 2023 to 86 billion. American car makers would be much less competitive without this trade. Regional integration is now an industry-wide manufacturing strategy, also employed in Japan, Korea, and Europe, aimed at using a variety of high-skilled and low-cost labor markets to source components, software, and assembly. There's even kind of similar to the CEO of the Fiat Group, that Italian guy that just like drank 100 espressos and smoked cigarettes. That poor guy, but he's really brilliant. It's almost like he saw this coming. It's almost he saw this kind of like international sharing of like these production plants, and wow, it's like really, it's really the way it operates, or maybe it should. It could continue to even uh, globalize and Trump? Trump wants to make he wants to keep it all here. That's something's wrong. I don't know. I'm no expert, but something don't sound right there. The result has been that the U.S. industrial capacity in autos has grown alongside an increase in imported motor vehicles, engines, and parts. From 1995 to 2019, imports of autos, engines, and parts rose 169%, while U.S. industrial capacity in autos, engines, and parts rose 71%. As the Cato Institute's Scott Lindsay Colme puts it, the data show that as imports go up, U.S. production goes up. What? Trump? What? Trump? That doesn't sound right. What does Trump have? I believe Trump. Thousands of good paying auto jobs in Texas, Ohio, Illinois, and Michigan owe their competitiveness to this ecosystem, relying heavily on suppliers in Mexico and Canada. Trump. Tariffs will also cause mayhem in the cross border trade in farm goods. In fiscal 2024, Mexican food exports made up about 23% of total U.S. agricultural imports, while Canada supplied some 20%. Many top U.S. growers have moved to Mexico because limits on legal immigration have made it hard to find workers in the U.S. Mexico now supplies 90% of avocados sold in the U.S. Is Mr. Trump now an avocado nationalist? Then there's the prospect of retaliation, which Canada and Mexico has shown they know how to do for maximum political impact. In 2009, the Obama administration, the radical Democrat socialist, and congressional Democrats, radical Democrats, ended a pilot program that allowed Mexican long-haul truckers into the U.S. as stipulated in NAFTA. Mexico responded with targeted retaliation on 90 U.S. goods to pressure industries in key congressional districts. Ay, wey. Mucho tariffs. These included California grapes and wine, Oregon Christmas trees and cherries, jams and jellies from Ohio and North Dakota soy. When Mr. Trump imposed steel and aluminum tariffs in 2018, Mexico got results using the same tactic, putting tariffs on steel, pork products, fresh cheese, and bourbon. Canadian Prime Minister loser Justin Trudeau has promised to respond to U.S. tariffs on a dollar-for-dollar basis. Canada could suffer a larger GDP hit since its economy is so much smaller, but American consumers will feel the bite of higher costs for some goods. Higher is better. For Dada and Daya. None of this is supposed to happen under the U.S. Mexico-Canada trade agreement that Mr. Trump negotiated and signed his first time. He renegotiated, like I said last week. He's a great negotiator. He's such a great negotiator. He said, you know what? Let me renegotiate for this one again because I did it fucking 8 years ago, whenever the hell he was here. The U.S. willingness to ignore its treaty obligations, even with friends, won't make other countries eager to do deals. Maybe Mr. Trump will claim victory and pull back if wins some token concessions. But if a North American trade war persists, it will qualify as the dumbest in history. Are you kidding me?
Trump?
Do you know who you're talking to?
Trump.
Do you know who you're talking to, Wall Street Journal? Listen up, listen up, Wall Street Journal editor, you right.
Listen up, you son of a bitch!
You don't know anything. You don't know a damn thing. I'm looking. Very important. Deportation count is up to about 1,236. Elon Musk is going to share the cost of that pretty soon. This one goes out to a real Metallica head. One of the coolest guys I know. One of the coolest Metallica heads in the world, in the big world and the universe. One of the biggest Metallica heads I know. Big Metallica fan. Tom in U City. This one's for you. This one is called Astronomy from the Garage Inc. album. It's a cover of Blue Oyster Cult.
Clock strikes 12 and moondrops burst out at you from a hiding place. Like acid and oil on a madman's face, there's reasons to fly away. Like lesser birds on the four-wheel chair, like silver scrapes in May. And now the sand's become a crust, and most of you have gone away. Come Susie dear, let's take a walk just out there upon the beach. I know you'll soon be married, and you want to know where winds come from. Well, it's never said at all on the map that Carrie reads. Beyond the clock back there, you know that the four winds bar. light that never warms. It's a light that never warms. Never warms. Never The clock strikes 12 and moonshots burst out at you from the hiding place. Miss Caroline and Susie Dill would find themselves at Four Winds Bar. It's a nexus of the crisis and the origin of storms. Just a place to hopelessly count the time. And then came me. Surely prove a size. Hey, don't forget my dog. Fix the consequence.
Tom in New City. Tom in New City, that was one of your joints. One of your favorite joints. Thanks for the request. Thanks for the request. Anytime, pal. This deep rotation counter. It's like killing me. Your deportation counter, why I oughta you reset it. We're probably up like 2,000 or so, 2,500 by now, it's give or take. Oh, look at this. More deep freak, DeepSeek. Okay. Going through this exchange, it's called an exchange section here in a Wall Street Journal. So the authors here put together this article actually using AI to ask questions. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at a profile. I don't think we've done this before, but let's give it a go. This is the Pork King. Is here to save your bacon. So Smithfield Foods CEO Shane Smith took the country's largest pork producer public in the U.S. this week. Now he faces the big challenge of getting us all to eat more. eat more bacon or eat more pork. Shane Smith has helped make the country's largest pork producer into grunting, rooting, squealing marvel of efficiency. The chief executive of Smithfield Foods took the company public this past week and is ready to invest in it to confront his biggest challenge, getting us to eat more pork. He has a contingency plan to get our pets to eat pork too. Oh. In a more than $50 billion pork industry that produces far more bacon, chops, and hams than Americans will eat in a year, Smithfield needs to push U.S. buyers to fill up their bellies with pork. But it also needs markets around the world to continue to consume what domestic eaters don't eat: heads, feet, and other pig byproducts. Trump? Trump, you really want to mess up? You want to really mess up a big business and sell pig's feet to China? Big business, baby. The Smithfield IPO raised roughly $500 million on the NASDAQ, and its owner, China's WH Group, takes half of that and retains its majority stake. Smith plans to use the funds to build out Smith Fields, packaged meat. They couldn't find anybody else to run the company except for name Smith. God, this is going to be confusing. Smith plants Smithfield and Smith and Smith, and Smith plants the Smithfield. Smith. Smith plans to use the funds to build out Smithfield's packaged meats business and sell more bacon, deli ham, and hot dogs. He also plans to automate and invest in its plants scattered across the U.S. Smith, 51, took over Smithfield as CEO in 2021 after nearly 2 decades rising through the company's ranks. Raised on a farm in Wayne County, North Carolina, Smith grew up tending crops and helping his father, a logger. No, his father wasn't a beer, like a lager beer. No, it was a lager like wood, just in case you were wondering. Now he lives with his wife near Smith. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Wait a second. Shane Smith, CEO of Smithfield, lives near Smithfield, Virginia. I mean, are you kidding? Are you what? What the heck? Wow. He has 4 children and granddaughter. I was either topping trees in the summertime or pushing pigs or picking corn, Smith said. Topping trees in the summertime or pushing pigs or picking corn. Okay. He studied accounting. Why? He joined Smithfield in 2003 as a financial analyst. Jeez, he's been climbing the ranks, man, for 20 years. The future CEO was analytical but inquisitive about grain prices and hog production. He had this ability to home in on what was important, and a good cook. Deal said Smith occasionally conducted pig pickings, where a whole hog is slowly roasted. Smith would set up the cooker early in the morning in the Smithfield corporate parking lot and supply free lunch to roughly 100 of his colleagues. Wow, what a great coworker. Smith worked his way up, overseeing European operations and later becoming chief strategy officer. Okay, it's a pretty good story. He had a long commute for a while, often traveling to Mexico, back to Virginia, and on to Europe, spending weeks at a time in each place. He became CEO as the meat industry was coping with labor issues after the COVID-19 pandemic. Fauci. Meat packers offered signing bonuses. Fauci.
Listen up, you son of a bitch!
Listen up, Fauci, you crook. You crook. The COVID-19 pandemic. Did you know Steve Smith back then? Did you know what Steve Smith was doing back then?
Listen up, you son of a bitch!
Meat packers offered signing bonuses and other incentives to attract workers, which drove up their costs. Oh my God, remember that? Wow. Whoa, that was like the craziest time. Wow. In 2022, Smith contended with spiking grain prices, the main cost in raising hogs, surged when Russia invaded Ukraine, and Zelensky. And then Zelensky That Zelensky, what it is, Spain. So then Zelensky was he was really upset about that too. Yeah, Zelensky was he couldn't sleep at night. So then when Smith he says he goes to bed at night, he thinks about corn and I wake up in the morning, I'm still thinking about corn. Okay. Just like Zelensky. Zelensky was worried about what a reaction the world was having. Smithfield's next challenge could come from Washington, D.C. President Trump has pledged to levy tariffs on goods from China and Mexico, critical markets for everything from hams to pig heads. And the U.S. pork sector makes a juicy target for retaliatory duties in a trade war. Oh, okay. I know how to I know how to solve that. How to mitigate that. It's easy. Just make pig's head sandwiches. A popular lunch in American schools. I think that'll be a big fucking hit. It's a great way to mitigate it. So in a trade war scenario, the company could redirect pork toward different Asian markets or pet food production. If there is a tariff put on Mexico, my expectation is it would look like it did during the first administration. It would just maybe be short-lived and very manageable. Okay, that's good. A Trump administration clamp down on immigration could make staffing Smithfield's meat cutting lines tougher, raising labor costs again and making it hard to fill customer orders. However, Baron Trump, he could actually drop out of school, and he I think he loves manual labor. He can go and maybe fill that job. Why not? I think it's a great learning experience. Maybe in the Trump family, they can easily find people. What are they doing everywhere? Just get that job. It's everybody wants those jobs. Are you kidding me? He's bringing all those jobs back. Everybody wants them. It went up so much, even Barron, he's dropped out of school. Investors are cautious. In its first day of trading this past week, Smithfield's shares fell 1.3% to 1975. 1975, 75, do I hear 20? A tepid reception of the IPO price at 20, do I hear 20? Since then, it's ticked up roughly 7%. Okay. Founded in 1936 and still based in its namesake, Virginia hometown, also known as the ham capital, Smithfield. Smithfield, Virginia, ham capital of the universe. Smithfield helped pioneer the methods that made the U.S. a global pork powerhouse. To bulk up, Smithfield went on a buying spree in the 90s and early 2000s, snapping up several large hog farms to supply the processing plants that then made up most of its business. Owning farms let Smithfield raise hogs in a uniform commercial scale manner while breeding pigs that yielded leaner meat. Oh, nice. The rise in the industrial scale hog farms, growing overseas demand, and steadily increasing crop yields helped roughly double U.S. pork output since the 80s. Wow. It also made the industry, USA. It also made the industry more reliant on international trade, particularly with China, a rapidly growing and urbanizing society. Keep pigs as pets. There's too much pork in the U.S. and too little in China. Joe Luder III, the son of Smithfield's founder and CEO from 75 to 2006, in the 2013 interview with the Wall Street Journal. Pretty sad. By 2013, though, Smithfield's massive scale wasn't enough to shield against years of escalating grain costs, low hog prices, and increasing pressure from investors. Smithfield sold itself to Chinese company WH Group for $4.7 billion. At the time, the biggest Chinese takeover U.S. company. Smith says the relationship has helped his company thrive. Wow, look at that. Teamwork, okay, global teamwork, not bad. We're more profitable today than we've ever been at any point in our history. Smithfield since then has built up its packaged food business, its AI, language learning models, farmland bacon, armor pepperoni, packaged meat sales, which tend to carry higher and steadier profits than the sales of commodity pork cuts, now make up 58% of the company's sales and much of its profit. Oh, packaged meat sales, look at that. Its packaged meats profits are more than double that they were a decade ago. Wow, very nice. Smith The guy knows that the company also needs to turn more younger and health conscious. Also, now they're going to be a tofu company. Americans into regular into health conscious Americans into regular pork eaters. Pork consumption per capita in the U.S. has been flat for decades. Really? I thought it'd be more. I thought Americans ate more pork. But we got soft. Yeah, we got woke. DEI. Change it. Change it to PIG. We're gonna change DEI to PIG to make America GA again. To make America G again. From DEI to PIG to make America.
Listen up, you son!
Make us. To make us PIG again, baby. Younger consumers tend to prefer chicken sandwiches and burgers, and some longtime pork fans complain that meat has gotten too lean over the years. Yeah, okay, I think that'd actually be a great idea. You find somewhere in the middle. You find a nice kind of nice balance of lean, almost like a chicken sandwich style, not fried, but maybe like a grilled chicken sandwich, like that kind of bun. I think that actually be a great idea. The pork industry says consumers have been cooking around. So go on a marketing blitz and show us how to eat it. And stop making us scared that if it's like if it's a little rare that it's gonna kill us. I don't think so. I think we moved on beyond that. You don't have to dry the hell out. Holiday ham sales volume have fallen at a rate of about 5% a year, said Smith. So Smith and Smithfield said Smithfield is trying to turn them into something younger consumers want. Cubed and diced ham for omelets or thicker ham slices sold in deli-style wraps. Really? All right. Okay. Thanks for that, Smith from Smithfield. All right, let's take it to the future. Let's take it to the future. Back to the future. Here we go. Let's close out this session with something new, the latest and the greatest from the greatest metal band in the world, in the galaxy universe. This is Metallica from their latest album, Lux Eterna, called Lux Eterna. Yo, and these guys, and these guys, and these guys rock and roll. What? What the fuck? Wow. 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 So here we go. Thanks all. Thanks all. That was another. We got a deportation counter counting up. We're probably at like 2,500, almost 3,000, probably 3,000 deported by now. Congratulations. Congratulations, Elon Musk and Donald Trump. You're so amazing. It is so cool to watch all these deportations. So thank you for Kamala's calming moments, for those interviews with Smith from Smithfield. Oh, thank you all. Y'all have been a blast. And it's really, you bring me such joy. You bring me such joy and such amazingness. You're so amazing. You give me joy that becomes ecstasy. Leaving with the last one here, Metallica, on the S&M album. You believe these fucking guys, they had played their metal music with a symphony. Fucking amazing. Artists to the T. The ecstasy of gold.